Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Gemini. So those of you that it doesn't, take what does resonate. That's yours. Leave the rest behind. Okay. Thank you for your comments. Please do keep leaving them. I love the comments. I do read them all. I unfortunately can't respond to each and every one of you, but I do read them all. So I appreciate that. Thank you. And you guys are the greatest viewers, subscribers, commenters of all the tarot readers. Your comments are so loving and so wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate it. All the decks, by the way, are going to be listed below in the description box. Click on the title of this video and it'll drop the box down. And then you can see all the decks. This is Luna Somnia deck. This is the 5 of Wands. And you have the 8 of Wands. Growth. Next card out. Ooh, you have the Star, Gemini. Oh my goodness. So, okay, give me, oh my God. The Lovers, Gemini, this is my twin flame card. The Lovers represents you, Gemini, and Gemini is the twins. So for me, the Lovers has always been a sign of twin flames, and Spirit knows that. Now I want to point out that Spirit made it very clear that this is a year of all years. This is a pinnacle year, meaning you've reached some kind of a summit. Some of you, okay? Whoever this resonates with, you've reached a summit. You've grown, you've been through the trenches, you've done the work, it's been brutal at times. I know because I've done your readings for years. You guys have been through it. You've worked so hard for your growth and your expansion. And now you're here. And this is a place of great reward. This year, you do not have to work to earn what's coming in. It's been earned, prepaid, so to speak. Okay, it's coming. No matter what kind of work you do this year, all this stuff that is waiting at the gate to come into you at this point in time is yours. It's a done deal. All you have to do is keep yourself open and in the receiving mode so that it can flow to you, okay? So that's part of this reading. Finding out what's going to be gifted to you. Also, what you need to take care of in order to be in the receiving mode. Just something you got to be careful with, okay? Wow. Okay, bottom of the deck. 4 of Cups. Now, the 4 of Cups is all about, sorry, I was just trying to hear something about these hands here, because what Spirit was telling me about these hands was the Magician and manifestation. So because of all the disappointment and disillusionment in love over the past years, you have manifested the perfect love. Manifested, not the right word. Created the perfect love. It's sitting out here in the ethers somewhere waiting for you to be a match to it, to come in. That's one of the things being gifted to you this year. Okay? That perfect relationship in your eyes. Okay, so the 5 of Wands is all about conflict. It's inner conflict. It's outer conflict. It's external, internal. It's back and forth is what I'm hearing. It's a back and forth for you. It's one of those, yes it is, no it isn't. Yes they do, no they don't. You know, you go back and forth. In one breath you believe, you want to believe, so you do believe. But then, you know, that self-doubt creeps in and all of a sudden you're thinking, nah, that's not going to happen. That's a Five of Wands. That's that inner conflict, okay? It also can represent outer conflict, meaning jealousies, people around you being jealous of something, people around you trying to steer you in a direction they want you to go, not the direction you want to go in because they believe their direction is better for you. Eight of Wands. This is beautiful movement, beautiful, fast-paced, forward movement. It's communication. It could represent travel. I just feel like it's you. You've leveled up from the Five of Wands to the Eight of Wands. You're now ready for fast movement towards your destiny, your healing, your wish fulfillment. Destiny is what I'm hearing. You're heading toward destiny here. And part of that is twofold. This card is twofold. Spirit says part of it is the decisions that you've made in the past around relationships. Four of Cups has brought you to this place, right? The learning curve, the growth, the expansion, but it's also taking you to your twin flame soulmate. Wow. This year, so far, all the zodiacs that I've read for have a twin flame coming in this year. This is a year of a second group of twins coming together. Looks like you're going to be one of that group. Okay, so now we're going to get some True Black tarot cards to get further information for these. Okay, so on the Five of Wands and the Eight of Wands, nice, nice. You have the Ace of, sorry guys, I'm not positive what this is. I think it might be Swords. It's a quill, a feather quill. This deck can be tricky. Just let me double check on this for you. Okay, it's the Ace of Wands. I did not have it right, and I apologize for that. I did go through this deck and I looked at all of the cards because some of them are like this. They're not easy to see what they are. But anyways, so the Ace of Wands, and it sits on top of the Five of Wands and the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands being about communication. This is a quill, a means to communicate with someone. You do have communication coming in, and it brings with it clarity. Actually, I feel like some of you, this is communication that came in that allowed for your growth from the Five of Wands to the Eight of Wands. Something came in information-wise, and that gave you the clarity, and it leveled you up quite a bit. I mean, you jumped from a 5 to an 8 like that. So that's a pretty good jump, and I'm sure you felt it, because that kind of a jump, you don't just breeze into that. That's something that you probably had a dark night of the soul moment. That information might not have been something that was very good news, because you've got the Four of Cups as your overall energy there, okay? Disappointment. Now, on top of the Eight of Wands and the Star card, you have the Knight of Swords. Or Wands. Oh, here we go again. Let me look on this at this, guys. Okay, it is the Wands. Sometimes it's hard to tell, but it is the Knight of Wands. This is a beautiful deck, but it's really hard to read what it is, and the picture is not super clear, so my apologies, but I will get used to this deck. I absolutely love the deck itself, so I'm going to keep using it, and I will get used to it. Please don't leave comments. Don't bother to waste your time or mine leaving a comment saying, very unprofessional of you to not know the deck. Well, you know what? I've got 100 decks that I use, and it's not important to me to memorize every card in the deck. It's more important to me to get the readings out for you guys and to be open to the messages that come through with it. The cards are just a bit of a base for us. Anyways, Knight of Wands is on the 8 of Wands and the Star card. This is something that went back and forth. And look at this. You've got the 5 of Wands, which it's not a really bad energy, but it's not a great energy either, okay? But you move from that to the 8 of Wands, to the Star, to the Lovers. So whatever this was in your past relationships, that, you know, maybe this is somebody or a situation where you felt you were dealing with players or a player, because this is the player card, right? And I'm feeling that she's got her back turned to us, and that's what I'm sensing. It's somebody that will come in and draw you into them and then turn their back and move on. And maybe that's the communication that came in, was in regards to this person being non-committal, being a player, constantly coming in and out of your life. But on the Star card and the Lovers, you have the 7 of Pentacles. Wow. Something that you have worked on for a long time. This could be part of the gifts, right? This is something that you've worked on for possibly years to get to have. And it's on top of the Star and the Lovers card. So this is all about you making decisions, past decisions in love, to move yourself toward your wish fulfillment and that perfect partner, because you got tired. You got tired of being played, or you got tired of being a player. Whatever way the energy works for you, Gemini. And now bottom of the deck, Hierophant. I'm hearing the word unhinged, and it doesn't feel like the meaning behind it is, you know, usually when we say someone's coming unhinged, it means they're losing their mind. That is not the message I'm getting with that. What I'm feeling with the word unhinged there is you're becoming detached. You're unhinging. You know, you're not connected anymore. You're not attached. That's a good thing. You became detached from all of the drama and the BS around this, whatever this is. That's been part of your growth. Okay, now we're going to get a Guardian Angel Messages Tarot card. Wish these cards would not curl up, but they do. Okay. Are we keeping this? Yes, we are. Okay. Okay. So your first card out on the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Wands, you have the Knight of Wands again. Confident, passionate, adventurous. That's who you've become, or who you're becoming. You are going to make your way toward Your soulmate. Your heart is a flutter. You've gone through major transformations, but you've got a little bouquet of flowers here, and you basically are jogging. And isn't it interesting? It's right underneath the Eight of Wands, which is all about, like I said, that your forward movement, your movement is very quick. And yes, it is. This, I don't feel this is an actual physical thing, though. It's not, how do I put this? It's not even a mental thing. It's not you thinking you want to get there quickly. That's not it. It's about your growth, your progress. You're moving very quickly toward this union with your progress, your growth and expansion. Okay, now on top of the Knight of Wands, now you've got that twice now, so that's very pertinent in your reading, okay? On the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. These, okay, I want to point something out here. These little flowers, Spirit is telling me that these little flowers are used a lot at weddings. They're little, what are they called? Bells. Bluebells? I don't remember for sure what they're called, but and okay, with the wheat here, it's going to be very nurturing. Wow, whatever this is, you've been nurturing this for a long time, but those flowers are, Spirit is saying, those are used in wedding bouquets, wedding arrangements. So, and that sits on top of Star card and Lover's card. So this is the person. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at this. You've got the Knight of Wands on top of the Knight of Wands, and now you've got the Seven of Pentacles on top of the Seven of Pentacles. Knight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. Investment, assessment, and patience. Yeah, you've invested, Gemini. You have been investing for a long, long time. It's harvest time. It's time to collect. And that's what this angel is here for. Spirit is gifting you with all these pentacles in this tree. This tree started out as a seed in the ground. You planted it. You watered it. You fertilized it. You weeded the ground around it. And you watched it grow. And now you're standing there looking at it in almost disbelief, like, oh my God, look at the size of this thing. That's where you're going to be this year. By the way, that's a direct message from Spirit, because I have never, ever heard that about the Seven of Pentacles. You're going to be looking at the things that come to you this year, Gemini, thinking, oh my God, look at the size of these things. This is huge. Where did that come from? Wow. Okay, now we're going to get a Divine Abundance card. Oh, this has come out a few times. Ease. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It is easy for me to receive. This is the ease card. Like I said, get yourself into the receiving mode, whatever that takes, because Spirit cannot gift you with all these things if you're shut down, if you're closed off, right? You got to be in the receiving mode. Okay, now we're going to get a Synchronicity Oracle card. Being in the receiving mode, if you're unaware of what that means, it means you have no distractions. You have no resistance going on. You're in belief. You're trusting. You've surrendered to the universe. You're allowing things to play out naturally. Oh my God. 222. A great love is headed your way. Absolutely. That's your twin flame soulmate. When I created this deck, I had been seeing a bunch of different numbers regularly, and I wanted to know what they meant, so I asked. My guides gave me the answers, and whatever that was, I put on the cards. So about half the deck is numbered. But if you start seeing 222, this is what the universe is trying to tell you, okay? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Pisces got that same card. Now we're going to get a Just Ask Oracle card. Ooh. This is going to help you stay in the receiving mode. Stay positive, because anything and everything negative will shut you down. It'll block you from receiving what's coming in, okay? So stay positive, stay happy. Now we're going to get you an Island Time Wellness card. Wow, not enough. Frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, which could be the Five of Wands again. Usually that's the Five of Swords, but sometimes the Five of Wands can represent self-sabotage, fear and ego issues, and jealousy. Remember I said the Five of Wands can also represent others that are jealous of you, or you being jealous of someone or something. This, all of this, not enough, everything that's wrapped up into this, this will stop you from receiving. It'll stop you from being in the receiving mode and allowing things to come into you. Because you have a twin flame card up there, and because you have this card here, I'm going to do for you what I did for Pisces. I want to get you a message from your soulmate with the Manifest Soulmate Oracle cards. This is a direct message to you from your soulmate, the soul of your soulmate, okay? And they say, try to be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. Oh, I love that. You know what that does for you, Gemini? That takes you back to positive. Feels amazing to do that for somebody else. Even if you're in the same place, if you've got a dark cloud over your head, helping somebody else, cheering them up when they're in the same position, raises you up and pulls you out of it. Okay, we're going to get a card from the Soul Coaching Oracle deck. This is what your soul wants you to know right now, okay? Voyage. I am safe and loved no matter where I am. Some of you taking a trip. You do have the Eight of Wands, which can represent travel. Looks like some of you might be taking a trip. But it's true. It doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing. You are always loved. Spirit is always with you. Your guides are always with you. Okay, this is going to help you stay in the receiving mode, because this deck is the power of surrender. Okay, so we're going to see what it is that you need to surrender in order to stay in the get into the receiving mode and stay put. I can tell you right now, you got to get rid of this not enough. If that's you, it could be your person that's feeling like they're not enough to be with you. Because if this is a twin flame situation, it can go that direction, but it also generally is mirrored. So if you're feeling that, this not enough toward them, they're feeling it too. Okay? Surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. I'm going to read that again for you. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. That will help you stay positive and stay out of this. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. In other words, allowing. This is going to help you be in that allowing and receiving mode, right? Surrendering. Comes down to surrendering. And allow. Okay, now we're going to get a message directly from Spirit for you with the Beyond Lemuria Oracle cards. Okay? Okay, here's your picture. And I'm going to read to you from the back of the card. It says, beyond the mind. The mind moves us through the logistics of life so we can function in the world. However, endless mental chatter, self-doubt, not enough is self-doubt, limiting stories and subconscious programs can keep us in our suffering. Step outside mind-based limitations. Looking at things in an overly logical way will hinder you and obstruct access to your superpowers. The past may be running you and making your mind spin so you cannot see what's really in front of you. Consider what your heart and your gut are telling you. What would the situation at hand feel like if you released all fears and worries? Are these concerns even yours? I like that for you, Gemini. I really like that for you. You got to get out of your head. If you're in your head, you got to get out. You got to get into your heart, and you've got to move toward what feels good. I loved your reading. You have grown immensely, and because of that, you are being gifted. You have a great love headed your way. All you got to do is stay positive so that you can be in that receiving mode. Know that you have done the work. Everything is yours. It's already there. It's just sitting at the gate, waiting to come in. You've got to surrender to the wonder and awe of life. Okay? And if you want to get out of this self-doubt, not enough, lack of self-worth place of being, help somebody else raise up from that same position. That will make you feel so much better. So those of you that it doesn't, take what does resonate. That's yours. Leave the rest behind. Okay? Thank you for your comments. Please do keep leaving them. I love the comments. I do read them all. I unfortunately can't respond to each and every one of you, but I do read them all. So I appreciate that. Thank you. And you guys are the greatest viewers, subscribers, commenters of all the tarot readers. Your comments are so loving and so wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate it. All the decks, by the way, are going to be listed below in the description box. Click on the title of this video and it'll drop the box down. And then you can see all the decks. This is Luna Somnia deck. This is the Five of Wands. And you have the Eight of Wands. Growth. Next card out. Ooh, you have the Star, Gemini. Oh my goodness. So, okay, give me, oh my God. The Lovers, Gemini, this is my twin flame card. The Lovers represents you, Gemini, and Gemini is the twins. So for me, the Lovers has always been a sign of twin flames, and Spirit knows that. Now I want to point out that Spirit made it very clear that this is a year